Hi, this is Mike from Mike Duffy's Personal Training. This is Susan Benjamin, one of the trainers here at Mike Duffy's, and we're here today to talk to you about squatting, and more importantly, squatting to involve the glutes more than the quads. So basically what we want to do is we want to get into a regular stance. We want our feet about shoulder width or wider, toes pointed out. And as Susan sinks into her squat, you're going to notice that her knees track over her toes, and then she pushes up through her heels. And then she comes back down. So her knees go out right over the toes. She gets nice and deep and then back up. Now the top of her thighs are going to be, keep going, top of her thighs are going to be below parallel. Okay, so as long as we can get that deep and the top of her thighs can break that parallel line, we know the glutes are involved. Your glutes will only get involved when you break parallel. So the deeper you get here with strict form, the more your glutes will be involved and you'll train them better. A lot of people just do partial squats. We're only cutting up and down a little bit, all the way up, all the way down in that area. Okay, that's mostly quad movement. Very little glute movement there, involvement. So we want to get nice and deep in order to activate the glutes. Okay, I'm going to come around to this side. I'm going to watch Susan squatting from the side because this is important. And basically want to see how she keeps her back nice and straight. Her first movement on the way down is through the hips. So first movement, hips are back, then the knees bend. She comes straight up, straight down, pressing up through the heels. Her knees are tracking out, and she remains a nice straight and erect upper body, looking straight ahead. She won't look down, because if she looks down, she'll have a tendency of leaning forward. So that's perfect squat form right there. And again, she's getting nice and deep to involve the glutes. Okay, the second exercise in this series is a dynamic walking lunge. But before we get into the walking lunge, we're just going to go real quick how to lunge properly. Basically what you're going to see is Susan's right foot goes forward. She sinks her knee down towards the floor, straight up and straight down. So basically what you want to notice is she's pushing most of her weight through her right heel, her lead leg. You want to drive through the heel in order to activate the glute better. The knee wants to come all the way down and lightly touch the floor. The deep lunge is the area, or the deeper your lunge, the more glute involvement you get. If you're only doing half lunges or partial lunges, do a couple of those. That's all quad, mostly quad, not activating the glutes. So in order to activate your glutes, you got to get all the way down, lightly touch the floor with that back leg and up. So your head's looking straight ahead, your back is straight, driving through the lead heel. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take this into a dynamic walking lunge. So Sue's going to step, she's going to drop, the knee comes all the way down, slightly touches, takes another step, drops the back leg, knee lightly touches, keeping the pressure through the front lead heel. Back remains straight the whole time. And she gets nice and deep. She's going to turn around and go back the other way, Susan. Basically step, drop, weight through the front heel, tap the back knee slightly, step, drop. And there you go. It's dynamic walking lunge. Second exercise in this series. Okay, this is the third exercise in the glute series. It's a one-legged hip bridge. What I'm going to ask Sue to do is bring her right leg, pointing straight up to the ceiling. And what she's going to do is she can push through her left heel and lift her hips up as high as she can until her body forms a straight line. And she's going to come right back down to her lower back touches the mat. She's going to breathe out, push up through that left heel, and drive that right foot as high as she can towards the ceiling. So one-legged hip bridge all the way down, all the way up. Basically what she's doing, again, she's driving through her left heel. She's pushing up, she's activating her left glute, up and down. So normally we do about 15 or 20 of these, and then after that we hold at the top. So now this is an isometric contraction for her left glute. And now I'm going to ask her just to do 10 small circles with her right leg to keep herself busy while she's tensing that left glute. So we'll do 10 small circles in one direction, 10 small circles in the other direction. And then when we're done with that, we're going to do partial one-legged hip bridges where she comes halfway down but pushes all the way up. So halfway down, all the way up. If you notice, her lower back's not touching the mat in between. So the legs are even. And here she is halfway down, all the way up. So partial contraction of glute. And again, 15 to 20 of these. So those 3 one-legged hip bridge exercises in a row are excellent for working the glute area. And I'm sure Susan's getting a nice burn right now. And then she's going to finish up, and that's the 3rd and final exercise in the series. Thank you.